Hello, how are you doing, boys? Welcome to my live. So I hope you guys are doing good. So now we're going to do a match preview, a watch along for Crystal Palace versus Rayo Vallecano, and also PSG versus Arsenal in this upcoming final on Saturday. So, and also Morgan Rogers to Arsenal, guys. The transfer news are heating up very, very quickly. The transfer news is heating up very, very quickly, and the players are moving. Other players want to go to other clubs as well. So, guys, everybody, please like the stream. We have how many minutes before the game starts? Almost 50 minutes. Almost 50 minutes. So everybody, please like the stream, subscribe to the channel. The layout is different, and this is what we are going to use right now. Yeah, so show some love to the channel. Show some love to the channel, guys. It is so important as we talk about PSG versus Arsenal this weekend. I call you Chapati. Okay, no problem. So yeah, we also have Crystal Palace versus Rayo Vallecano, Morgan Rogers to Arsenal, PSG versus Arsenal. Dembele is back, no injuries. Hakimi is also back training, ready to face Arsenal. So guys, what are your thoughts on this game tonight? Crystal Palace versus Rayo Vallecano. Who do you think is going to win? My bet is on Crystal Palace to win. I think that's the only silverware they're going to win this season. Morgan Rogers to Arsenal. Who are saying that? I see some sources talking about Morgan Rogers to Arsenal. I don't know whether that's true or not, but it's just a rumor. It is just a rumor. So I don't want to see Morgan Rogers going to Arsenal. I don't want to see Morgan Rogers going to Arsenal. But if Arsenal pulls that one, it's going to be massive. It is going to be massive. Imagine Eze, Morgan Rogers, Trossard, Martinelli. You have Gyökeres. His price is 92 million pounds. I think Morgan Rogers is placed at around 100 million pounds for Morgan Rogers. I don't know whether it's maybe 80 million pounds for Morgan Rogers. I think Morgan Rogers Rogers is a Man City youth player. You didn't know that? Did you know that they let him go to? Yes, Morgan Rogers played for Man City with the likes of Palmer, with the likes of Lavia. All of them were in Manchester City. All of them were in Manchester City academy. So now Arsenal is just interested in him, but nothing concrete. Nothing is concrete. Nothing has advanced. It's just that Arsenal want him. Then, hey, guys, Dembele is back, and Hakimi is also back as well. Yes, Lavia is a disappointing. Yeah, Lavia has never played like 90 minutes, full 90 minutes, since he was in Southampton. Since he came to Chelsea, he has never played like 90 minutes full. Tonali will be great for every team, every top 5 team. Yes, Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes. I think Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali will be good enough to play or start for every team in the Premier League. Tonali and Guimaraes can start at Arsenal. They can start at Manchester City. They can start at Chelsea. They can start at Liverpool. All of them combined. So they are great players, and Aston Villa is willing to let them. No, Newcastle are willing to let them go. Lavia and Johan Bakayoko from Belgium with the disappointing seasons. They played for Chelsea, yeah. But now, at least Bakayoko used to play for Chelsea, like in a whole season. Now, Lavia has never played like a full season for Chelsea. He's always injured. If you look at Lavia has never completed a first half. Always being rest. Yuri Tielemans is like too creative type of a player. Yeah, Tielemans is a creative type of player, but now the problem with Tielemans is that Tielemans, I don't think Tielemans can play in a big club right now because of age. That's because of age. Now he cannot play in any other big team. No, Bakayoko plays at Leipzig. Oh, so Bakayoko is still playing football. I didn't know that. So Bakayoko is still playing football. That's crazy. He's supposed to be retired. I think Bakayoko is older than N'Golo Kante. Because Bakayoko played before N'Golo Kante came to Chelsea. And Bakayoko was around 20-something years. Johan Diomande talking to Liverpool. If Liverpool are going to spend a lot of money buying Jan Diomande, Diomande is not even worthy 60 million pounds. Diomande is not even worthy 60 million pounds. I think Liverpool are misusing their funds to, like, you can't buy Diomande for 60 million pounds. What the heck? I think Liverpool have not learned their lesson. They have not learned their lesson. They signed Ekitike for almost 120 million pounds. They signed Isak 120 million pounds. So I don't think they're going to spend a lot of money for Diomande. Diomande's asking price is a lot. Liverpool will be overpaying a player. It's sick, I know. Yeah, it's so sick, man. You can't overpay for players right now. Yeah, I know the market is diluted. A lot of players are going, like, average players nowadays, they cost like 50 and above million for just an average player. 60 million or 50 million. But now Diomande is like 22, 23 years old. He has not played like at the highest level. So cashing in like 70 million pounds or 60 million pounds for Diomande is crazy. So Liverpool needs to be careful. They need to be careful. He might be another flop. Mind you, players from Germany, most players from Germany always come and flop in England. They come and flop in England. Mourinho said before PSG paid 200 mil. I think, yeah. Mourinho actually said it. So, I'm actually saying that Diomande can go to a team like Tottenham. I think a team like Tottenham fits Diomande. But Diomande going to Liverpool, that's another big step. Now you're going to compete against Konate. You're going to compete against Van Dijk. One big mistake, you're on the bench for like a whole season because you're competing against the best players. Yes, this is going to destroy the transfer market. Mourinho back then, yes, buying like average players for like 50 million pounds, 60 million, diluting the market. It is affecting the market right now. You can't even get like a decent player for cheap. You're getting a decent player for almost 60 to 70 million pounds. Just a decent player. Not even a world-class player. Liverpool need Premier League proven players. Yeah. I think this guy from Tottenham, Christian Romero. Yeah. I think Christian Romero can go to Tottenham. I can go to Liverpool because Christian Romero is experienced. You understand? Guys, just a minute. I think Romero is experienced. Sasa nikianguka kweli. Okay. By the way, did you think Rico Verhoeven was robbed against Usyk boxing. Of course, he was robbed now because you see there are levels to this game. Because of the advertisers, you know, maybe a lot of people had placed their money on Verhoeven to win against Usyk. So sometimes these betting people look at the odds and look at the way people are placing their bets. So maybe they rigged. Me, I think that fight was rigged. The fight was rigged. The fight was rigged, guys. So, which team do you want to see Christian Romero going? Did you see the interview for Francis Ngannou? No, I didn't see the interview. He said they favored Joshua. Yeah, I think he's speaking from experience. Maybe he knows that they favored Joshua. No, they favored Joshua. Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows that they tweaked one or two things. Bon appetit. Bon appetit, mate. Yes, mate. I didn't know that we had a final today. I didn't know that Crystal Palace. I didn't know that Crystal Palace was playing today. Yeah, so let's talk about the transfer news, guys. Let's speak about the transfer news. So I'm a Chelsea fan, so I think Chelsea needs to strengthen a few areas. I think their defense leaks a lot. They need to spend some good money on their defense. They also need to spend a lot of money on their midfield options now that Enzo Fernandez wants to leave Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez wants to leave Chelsea. We also Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is not for sale. Chelsea is saying that Joao Pedro is not for sale. So I don't think Chelsea are going to let Joao Pedro leave, but they might listen to offers for Enzo Fernandez. Saturday, PSG Arsenal, right? Of course, we are supporting. We will be watching that game. We're gonna be watching that game for Arsenal versus PSG. We'll be there. So, as I was saying, so Chelsea has a lot of contract players, maybe 100 million, maybe more than 100, I guess. Yeah, I think a lot of Chelsea players are contracted like 6 to 7 years contracts. They have their contracts are tied to 7 or 6 years around there. So leaving is so difficult for them to leave because they are contracted to like 6 to 7 years. But big players like Enzo Fernandez can just leave, and that will affect the books. That will affect Chelsea now because if the player is not playing, the value will decrease, and Chelsea will lose some money on that player. I think Cole Palmer gonna also leave. No, Cole Palmer is not leaving. Cole Palmer is not leaving. The only player who is serious about leaving is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo, how do you call him? Xabi Alonso had a talk with Cole Palmer. He explained the project to Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer is going to stay next season because he's fully behind the project. He's behind the project with Enzo, with Xabi Alonso, so he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave for Manchester United, but yeah, you never know. With Chelsea, I think the only key players that Xabi Alonso has mentioned is Enzo Fernandez, Marc Cucurella, Reece James, and Robert Sanchez. No, and Tosin. I don't understand why Tosin is still at Chelsea, because he should be the first player to be cashed in. Tosin, Badiashile, Disasi. But guys, we have a long transfer window. The transfer window is on June, starting next month. Then we have July, then August. 3 months for transfer window. So I think every club has time to buy players. Every club has time to buy players. No, Chelsea bought Garnacho. Chelsea bought Garnacho. They didn't. No, Garnacho didn't come to Chelsea on loan. Chelsea bought Garnacho. So let me list for you some players that Chelsea should offload this upcoming season or this summer. So Chelsea should offload Badiashile. They should offload Tosin. They should offload that goalkeeper. I don't know what's the name. Then we should offload Liam Delap. Garnacho as well should go. Like almost like 20 players should leave Chelsea. Fofana as well should leave Chelsea. Who else should leave Chelsea? There are so many players. There are so many players who should leave Chelsea. I think Nicholas Jackson should stay. Nicholas Jackson should just stay at Chelsea because now he's back. I think he should stay at Chelsea because he's better than Liam Delap. Okay, I think with the money of Højlund and Garnacho, they can buy Palmer. No, Palmer is not interested in going to Manchester United. Because now Palmer has had a terrible season. Palmer has had a terrible season. So he's actually looking at improving next season. That's why Manchester United have not looked at Cole Palmer right now. They are looking at players like Fernandes. They are looking at players like Tonali. They are looking at players like Adam Watson. Those are the players that Manchester United is looking for their midfield options. I don't know who they are going for, but it's almost close for Fernandes. I think no, it's not for Fernandes. This guy from Atlanta. Yes, Palmer wants to play Champions League. Other players, his price will go down. Yeah. Look at Morgan Rogers. I think Manchester United can go for Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers is a versatile player. But the problem with Morgan Rogers is that the price is so high. Ederson from Atlanta. Yeah, Ederson. The deal is almost done for Ederson to Man United. 90%. It's just club to club to agree on a fee. Then he will go to Man United. But Fernandes still 50-50. Negotiations are underway, guys. Negotiations are underway for Fernandes. Man United still has Sancho. I already forgot him. But I think Man United sold Sancho. Is it true? I think Man United sold Sancho. Because we got him on a loan, then we returned him to Man United. Then he went to Aston Villa. I don't know whether he went to Aston Villa on cash. They will sell Højlund, Sancho, and will go for Palmer. Mark my words. Oh, okay. I think also Palmer should just leave Chelsea because now Chelsea is winning without Palmer. But when Palmer is in the game, they can't win their games. One season wonder. Sancho was on loan at Villa. Bro, Sancho has been riding on other teams' glory. Because Sancho came to Chelsea, he won a trophy. He went to Aston Villa, he won a trophy. I don't know if he won a trophy at BVB, Borussia Dortmund. This guy has never played like almost all the games, but he's always winning a trophy wherever he's going. He's always winning a trophy wherever he's going. Sancho. She used him for cash. Only, yeah, Steph London. I think that girl, that the name was Steph London. She got an American girlfriend called Steph London. Before he came to Chelsea. I don't know whether he was in Chelsea or before he came to Chelsea. I think when he was at Chelsea. So Steph London actually dated Lukaku, then Sancho and Lukaku. Luku. Oh, another one. I don't remember the name. I don't even remember the name of that. Wow, Lukaku, I didn't know. Yeah, Lukaku dated Steph London. I don't know whether they're still together. Lukaku and Steph London. That's crazy. So what do you think about Enzo Maresca at Manchester City? Stefan Ayers was good, but the operation fucked it up. Yeah, I've never seen him nowadays. He's not looking natural. Yeah, I don't see Stefan Don nowadays. I don't know whether he's still a musician or not, but I don't see her nowadays. People are so obsessed with the BBL and stuff. I was just thinking about how different people view good food. Where do you stand on eating meat? Do you think it's totally fine, or do you ever feel conflicted about the animal side of it? I've never been conflicted about the animal side of it. I've never been conflicted about the animal side of it. I enjoy eating meat, and I just don't think about anything when I'm eating meat. As long as it's edible, I eat. The BBS are effing up our women's, and man is really sad. Yeah, it's really sad, and you can't complain because. Hmm? Okay. And nichanganye pamoja. Mwaga huku kando usichanganye. And you can't really say anything as a man, so you just have to keep quiet. You just have to keep quiet, or else all the feminists will come up. They will come up with on you. They'll mess you up. The feminists will mess you up. Yeah. So yeah. So guys, what do you think about Enzo Maresca at Manchester City? Do you think Maresca will succeed at Manchester City? Do you think Maresca will succeed at Manchester City? Mm. 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 Unakumba. Kama ni vya tuende kwa choo. Enda. Nianze hizo na vijana na shida zio. Maresca needed 2-3 seasons, I think. Maresca needs 2 to 3 seasons, I think. Yeah. What about the 115 charges? What about the 115 charges for Manchester City? Do you think Manchester City will get 60 points deduction, or do you think Manchester City will avoid the 115 charges, or do you think they will get like a transfer ban? Because next season it's looking likely that Manchester City will get 60 points deduction. 60 points deduction. Recho, unasema we, I don't understand anything about football. Good night. Okay, good night Recho. Kesho leo kuna ball. Sasa we must just talk about ball today. We must just talk about ball today because we have a game tonight. Is that why Guardiola left? Yeah, that's the reason as to why Guardiola left, because now Guardiola doesn't want his name to be tarnished. He was so afraid. He was so afraid. He doesn't want to go and play in the championship. He doesn't want to be a manager who went from Manchester City coaching in the Premier League to the championship. Yo, Saka, what's good? Hey, what's good, Anthony? Welcome, Anthony. Welcome, Anthony. Rachel doesn't understand anything about football. Yeah. Manchester City are used to a different type of game under Pep Guardiola. So I think Maresca will come up with a different style of play. And he'll start misplacing players. He'll start misprofiling players, such as Haaland. I know Haaland will remain as a striker, but the rest of the players, they will not have that freedom that they had under Pep Guardiola. Some players are going to suffer under Enzo Maresca, with their roles and stuff. So, yeah, I think he just needs time, and also he needs time to implement his philosophy, because there's no time. Mind you, we have the World Cup around the corner. Yeah, maybe Chucky is gonna suffer. Chucky might suffer the way Cole Palmer was suffering at Chelsea. I can see Arsenal dominating for years now. Yeah, Arsenal has a chance of dominating because now Pep Guardiola has left. Who is the best coach in the league now? Arteta is the best coach in the league. Enzo Maresca has not been coaching. He was actually somehow better. Michael Carrick, I don't know. With Michael Carrick, I don't know. Wow, coconut water is so refreshing when it's hot outside. Yeah. It is so refreshing. Mm. Sorry. Mm. At least maybe Xabi Alonso will do something at Chelsea, than Carrick at United. And Carrick at United, yeah. Carrick has had a fantastic season this season. So I don't know whether next season Michael Carrick will be, because now Carrick is a full-time coach for Man United. I don't know whether he'll succeed at Man United, because now, remember, Man United was playing only once in a month or once in a week. They didn't have European football. Now that they have Europe, Do you think United will cope up with playing all the games, like playing almost 4 games in a week or 3 games in a week? I don't know. So there's pressure on Michael Carrick to deliver also, because Man United is also under pressure from the fans, from the fan base. Arsenal fans are attacking Man United. They have not won a trophy in a long time. Anthony, did you just swallow a whole plate? Maybe you can do the lineups on your screen. Oh, Anthony, it is so hard because I'm not using a laptop. I'm not using a laptop, and I'm not screen recording. So I don't know how to add some. I don't know how to add some lineups. I don't know how to add some lineups on the screen. I don't know how to add some lineups on the screen. Because I'm not using a computer. You know, using a laptop is so easy because it gives you flexibility. But using a phone is so difficult. So Darklos, next time before I go live, maybe I'll get the lineups before, because now you can add the widgets on the screen. You get the lineups before, then you add them on the screen. But now I can't do that because I'm already live. So if I'm to do that, then I'll have to end the stream, then go get the lineups, prepare the lineups, then I start the live stream and add them directly. Okay, no problem. Take a minute on it. Yes, I know the lineups, but to attract more viewers, I meant. Okay. So next time I'll try because now this is the first time I'm doing this. This is the first time I'm doing this. And also using a different app. And also using this StreamYard is so difficult. So I'll try next time. I'll try next time to add some lineups on the screen also. Mm. Mm-hmm. Do you have Crystal Palace fans in Kenya? No, we don't have Crystal Palace fans. We don't have Crystal Palace fans in Kenya. Maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. Not even more than 1,000. Not even 1,000. Not even more than 50. Even me, I don't know any Crystal Palace fan. I don't know any Crystal Palace fan. I've never met a Crystal Palace fan. I think they're only in Europe. Or maybe England. I can only be a supporter of Crystal Palace when Crystal Palace is actually playing against an opposition that I don't like. I'll be a fan of Crystal Palace. Yes, Olise and Eze were so good at Palace. I actually wanted to sign Olise back in the days. I wanted Chelsea to sign Olise. Yes, I saw that last minute transfer. I saw that last minute transfer where Mateta was supposed to go to AC Milan, but because of physical fitness, he failed the physical fitness. Then he didn't go to AC Milan. The transfer failed. The medical failed. But Mateta is a good striker. I remember Manchester United wanted to buy Mateta.
instead of Shesko. Mateta Man United wanted to buy Mateta instead of Shesko. But boom, Mateta is good. Mateta is a good striker. Wapi? Ati? Atunasikia sauti ya kudunga dunga. Mimi sisikii. Unadunga wapi? Sijasikia mimi. Shesko is good next season. He will score 10 plus goals. I think Shesko has adapted. Shesko has adapted to Man United. I think next season now he'll be relaxed and calm. He'll score more than 10 goals because they are playing in different competitions. Bro, missing Kez and Tinkerbell. Yeah, I'm actually missing them. I'm actually missing them. Joao Pedro should play for Brazil instead of Neymar. I don't know what Don Carlo was thinking about. I don't know what Don Carlo was thinking about. How do you call Neymar? How do you call Neymar instead of Joao Pedro, who has scored more than 20 goals in the Prem? Who has scored more than 20 goals in all competition? The Champions League, the FA Cup, and also in the Premier League. They know that Neymar is always injured, but they decided to call him again. Why? Who would win in a boxing match between Ngannou and out of Verhoeven? I think Ngannou is better. Yeah, you'll always take Neymar. Sorry. Yeah. I know Neymar is I know Neymar is so fascinating to watch. Neymar is a legend, but come on, man. Neymar can't play like 3 games straight. Neymar cannot play 3 games straight, especially competitions that are so tough, more physical, and more rapid. Neymar won't play like 3 games, to be honest. You remember that before he was called up to the national team, the next day Neymar was injured. Neymar gonna get injured when he touches the ball once. Yeah, for sure. When he touches the ball once, he's gonna get injured. He was called in the lineup like today, like tomorrow is again injured. Neymar can even climb on the bus and get a small trip. Then he's injured for the rest of the season, for the rest of the tournament. Totally get that it's normal for most people. But when you break it down, an unveg meal is just 10 minutes test preference for us, while it costs the animal its entire life. Yeah, that's true, Nitin, but that's true. Do you also know, do you also would take Kante above Kamavinga? Of course, I'll take Kante above Kamavinga. Any day, anytime. Any day, anytime, I will take Kante ahead of Kamavinga. I know Kante is in his prime. Kante is not in his prime right now, but I'll definitely take Kante ahead of That's why you see. Real Spain. They did not take any Real Madrid player. What about Pedri and Bellingham? Who are you going to take, Pedri or Bellingham? Will you take Pedri or Bellingham in your team? When is your sister's video coming? Tomorrow. We are dropping our first video tomorrow. We're gonna drop our first video tomorrow. Who is better, Gordon or Palmer? Bro, I'm picking Palmer. I'm picking Palmer ahead of Gordon. Where is this videos coming? They're coming back tomorrow. I'm a Madrid fan, but 100% Pedri is better. Bro, Pedri is something else, man. Pedri is quality. Pedri is quality on the ball. Passing quality, exceptional. Bellingham moves like as if he's wearing Timberlands. Bellingham moves around with the ball as if he's wearing Timberlands. Bro, I gotta go see you tomorrow. Maybe peace, peace. I say it with pain in my heart. Don't worry, bro. Just accept. Just accept. Just accept. Even Rio Ferdinand said that. I remember when Rio Ferdinand said that Pedri is quality. That Pedri's quality is exceptional with the ball, without the ball, his movement, his passing range, his short passes, his IQ is mad. The only problem with the Pedri is injuries. The only problem with Pedri is injuries. Pedri played at 15 years, 40 games at Las Palmas. That's crazy. When are your daily vlogs coming? I'm still waiting, man. Believe me, when you will vlog, you'll get a huge support, huge from everyone, please. But I'm making vlogs. I'm making vlogs. I'm making vlogs. I'm making vlogs, Nitin. I'm always posting. Ronald Koeman gave a Pedri his debut. Yeah. Ronald Koeman is also a great coach, bro. He's a good coach. He's a good coach. I think he also gave Gavi the debut. I think he also gave Gavi the debut. Anyways, hey, that close. Hey, my phone is about to die, bro. Let me charge my phone for a minute. Let me charge my phone for a minute. So see you in a few. See you in a few. See you in a few, man.